So yeah, I would definitely recommend this for any... What the hell are you doing?
I'm going swimming. You coming?
Not right now. I'm kind of busy.
Suit yourself.
Hey, hold up. What is that?
Oh, this? Found it on the porch.
Oh, you found it on the porch. Would that happen to be the new Soundcore Motion Boom Plus by chance?
Yeah, I guess.
You give it here.
Right.
Go swimming. I'll meet you there.
Cool. Be out there.
Huh. And I didn't even get to unbox it. Just kidding. Controller grips for the Oculus Quest 2, if you guys were wondering, by VR Cover. Great company. And I will be reviewing those along with a case they sent out. Coming soon. For those of you that are actually meeting me for the first time, apologies in advance. My name is Brannon No D. That's right, there's absolutely no D belonging in this name, hence Brannon, not Brandon. So get that out of your head. Can I ask you a question? Do you guys like what you just saw on this channel? Because we have that kind of fun about 99% of the time here on the channel. And I would love to bring you aboard this crazy family. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and don't forget to click on all to be notified in the next video I post. Oh, what are we covering today, guys? Ugh. The new Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. That's right, this is the predecessor to the last year's model Motion Boom. Unfortunately, I did not receive that one to even give it a comparison, but from what I've heard so far, there is no comparison. This is the one you want, and this is the one that we'll be reviewing today. If you just missed yesterday's video, I posted another really cool Bluetooth speaker. Make sure to jump into my all tech playlist and catch it there. Very nice speaker as well. But this, my friends, is in a whole different category. So without any further ado, let's jump upstairs, which I like to call the Skycam, and see what's inside. What kind of goodies are we getting in the box, Brannon? Well, first off, you're gonna get this thick book that nobody ever really reads or needs. That rhymed. However, you will develop a friendship with the Soundcore Quick Start Guide. And yes, it's full of pictures. I love pictures. Easy to read, easy to understand to get you up and running. Then you'll also get this little pamphlet that Soundcore is notorious for sending in every product that you get. And that is a How Do We Sound flip out card. You sound great, and then they want you to throw a plug and maybe tell all your friends how wonderful Soundcore is. But for whatever reason, you may not be satisfied with your product. You're gonna go down here where it says not as good as I hoped. They're gonna get you in contact with tech support or a total money back refund, whatever will make you happy. Also coming in the box is your USB-C to a USB-C charging cable. That seems to be the new gig as of late for newer products. I kind of wish they would throw in the plug that goes with it because not everybody has those. And then, wait a minute. No 3.5mm jack, Soundcore? Really? Oh, okay, I get it. They threw in a strap instead. I'd take the strap over the cable. You can find those anywhere. But yes, a very nice strap with their logo on it, and they have metal clasps. Just a premium belt, which is new to the Motion Boom Plus because the Motion Boom had just a handle. But the Motion Boom Plus gets both. That's right, guys. They have these metal clamps on each side of the handle that you can clasp, which is also metal, which I like. I'm glad they're not plastic. But there you are. Now you have a nice strap to put over your shoulder or a handle. W King? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take this off for the rest of the tabletop review because it kind of gets in the way and I don't want to be knocking my plants over, my succulents. All right, let's take a closer look at the build, and right off the get, it feels very nice in the hands. Has a nice weight, not too heavy, definitely not too light, but just right. All right, covering the buttons from the far right, you have what they call the Party Cast, and that is a button we'll go over a little later in the review. Then you have your power button. Oh, and by the way, if you hear vacuuming going on, that's the wife. It's Sunday, and she cleans on Sundays, and yeah, I'll be damned if I go out there and tell her to keep it down. I want to live today. Then you have your volume plus and minus, and then in the middle is your play pause button. Then over to the left, you have your Bluetooth sync button, and then you have your extra bass. And we will be going over all those buttons when we do the music test. So there might be something a little different you notice on the Motion Boom Plus versus the Motion Boom. You now have 2 tweeters and 2 radiators. You have the shock absorbance on the right side and on the left. Flipping it over, you have this Motion Boom Plus rubber cap that is not exactly easy to get a hold of if you don't have nails. However, it will keep the water out, and that's what this is all about. On the left, you'll find your USB-C charging port. Then that's right, guys, you have a USB power bank, and then you have your 3.5mm auxiliary jack. Yeah, you get an auxiliary jack, just not a cable. Then on the bottom, you'll get 2 rubber pad feet, which is always nice on any Bluetooth speaker. When you set it down on a hard surface, it doesn't move anywhere, and these are nice and grippy, let me tell you. It will also cushion and dampen the box itself when the loud booming is commencing. All right, let's nerd out with me real quickly. We'll go over the specs and what this is capable of doing for you, and then we'll do ourselves a music test inside the studio and outside. I'll give you my pros and cons, and then I'll let you know if this should be your next purchase. All right, you're gonna get a total of 80 watts booming sound that they say, delivered by 2 30-watt woofers. I thought they were called radiators. Huh. With 20-watt tweeters, that's what we were talking about before of the Motion Boom Plus versus the Motion Boom. That extra speakers is going to make a huge difference. Now they're saying that their titanium drivers will ensure an all-around epic sound. Ooh. Well, I guess we'll be the judge of that when we do our music test. And of course, it comes equipped with the Soundcore app. Now, before you get all excited, this is not the normal app that you guys are used to that works with their earbuds, but it is in fact an app, and you are able to get in there and customize it. And we're going to go over that as well. Now, you are going to get that PartyCast hookup, and that was that button I was telling you earlier about. They're claiming that you can actually connect up to 100 different Soundcore Motion Boom Pluses. Number one, who the hell has that kind of money? And number two, who the hell are you trying to piss off? Because I'm telling you, just one is enough. Now here's where it gets really interesting. You're going to get 20 hours of playtime with their 13,400 milliamp battery. Guys, let me explain to you. When I just did a Bluetooth speaker just yesterday, that you're only able to get 6 to 8 hours. Now, of course, it was RGB. This one is not. But 6 to 8 versus 20, I'll skip the RGB for sure, all day long. Another interesting fact, it's coming with Bluetooth 5.3. I have yet to see anything with 5.3. I've seen plenty of 5.0, of course, 5.1 and 5.2. This is the latest and greatest 5.3, and I guess that's going to be very nice for hooking up the 100 speakers you order from my affiliate link. And lastly, you're getting an IP67 rating, which they're claiming this is waterproof, okay? That we're going to put to the test as well, because the pool is open today, and yeah, I say it's going for a plunge. All right, let's go ahead and test ourselves out a song inside the studio, and I'll go over the app too with the features that they have, and then we'll take it outside, like I said, and see how well it does out there. Let's go. All right, before we get started on the music test, let me show you how these buttons operate the system once you power it up. Speaking of which, let's power it up. Press and hold the power button for a few seconds. You'll hear it. Let it go, and then you'll hear it connect. Right there. Now you are connected to your phone. So let's bring up the Soundcore app. All right, so you're greeted with their app, and like I said, it's gonna look a little different than what you're used to with the earbuds. There's way more in-depth detail on what you can do with their earbud app. So just under the M, you can see the battery, and that is how much power we have on the system, so definitely helps gauge how much juice you have before you need to plug it in. And then at the bottom here, you have a play button, which you can play the song, and then you have a slide bar for your volume. You can turn it up or down, but you can also turn it up and down on the phone, so really not a big deal. All right, just under that, you have equalizer, and right now we're using Soundcore Signature, so you go ahead and click on that, and they give you 4 presets of their choice, but don't worry, you have custom as well. And you'll notice the graph move as you click each one of these. There's voice, treble boost, and balanced, okay? But if you want your own, you can go ahead and click on custom, and now you have a bar graph that you are able to tweak exactly how you want, not how they want. Once you find that signature that you like, you can go ahead and hit plus, and then you can customize it and name it. So that's going to be great for different genres that you may play that you might want to tweak more bass for one and less bass for the other. So then you'll notice at the top right with the 3 dots, click on that, and you have a few more options. You have voice prompt that you can toggle on or off, and then you have auto power off. And I think this is a great feature. I think all Bluetooth speakers should have this, because when you're out there at night partying it up on the deck, you tend to forget about your stereo, right? So yeah, if you're not playing anything, it'll automatically shut off. And you can set that with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, or 20. Defaults to 20. And then you have update firmware, disconnect, and user manual. So like I said, it's not a plethora of options, but at least it's something. All right, let's go ahead and play ourselves a song, shall we? And today's song is going to be provided by, if you were thinking ARTLIST, you'd be right. If you're a content creator looking for that next song title, ARTLIST has a plethora of songs to choose from. Or how about those sound effects that you hear in all my videos? What about that perfect stock footage you've been looking for? ARTLIST and ARTGRID have it all for your creative needs. And don't forget to help yourself with 2 free months using my link on top of the 1-year subscription. get yourself creating. All right, we're gonna actually do 2 songs today by the same artist. And the first song that we're doing inside is called Under the Blue Sky. And then the one we'll do outside is a little bit heavier, louder, and crazier. It's the same song that we had in the intro. And both these songs are provided, which you're not gonna believe, eco likes. Yeah, one soft, one heavy. It's a nice song. Kick on the bass. Wow, that's already got good bass as it is. Oh, wow. It's lit up. Woo! Wow. All right, let's mess around with the app. That is the Soundcore signature. I'll hit voice. Kind of mellows it out a little bit. See treble boost? It's going to be a little more high pitched. Yeah, definitely. And then we have balanced. All right, let's go back into custom. Ooh, I like my custom setting. Man, I was just messing around with those too, and they sound good. Woo! All right, let's see what this thing can do. That's not even halfway, guys. Wow. Are you getting this? Wow. Let's push it. Wow. I'm gonna piss my wife off. That was impressive. All right, let's head outside and play you that other song. Proof is in the speaker. Yep, once again, proof is always in the speaker. There is no dubbing or editing going on. You get what you get. So let's go ahead and head back into the studio, and I'll give you my pros and cons next. Who's ready for some pros and cons? Is there any cons? Actually, I have a couple. Pro number 1, the sound. It's got to be the sound. It is huge, okay? You bass heads are going to love it. The highs, the mids are perfect. This is my new favorite Bluetooth portable speaker. Love the fact that it's got a handle and a strap, so you're able to carry it around you, because sometimes you have stuff in your hands if you're going to the beach. You got your chairs and your umbrella and your cooler. You will use the strap, trust me. And then there's other times where you just don't need it. Maybe you're outside in the garage, you're around the yard, on the deck, you use the handle. So you have both options, and that is a huge pro. Has the Soundcore app. Yeah, it's not a ton of stuff you can do with it, but it does have an app, and you are able to get in there and tweak it how you want to hear it. Now, as far as cons go, I only have a couple, and this is going to answer probably most of your questions in the comments. Does it have a TF card, a micro SD card? No, it does not. Does it have a mic jack? Can I karaoke the hell out of this thing? No, it does not. So yeah, those are a couple of cons. I have seen other Bluetooth speakers with those features on it for a lot less price. So I mean, do you really need it? Not exactly. I am a little bummed that they did not include a 3.5mm jack. I think you could have thrown that in, but hey, however, you are able to use a 3.5mm jack, which you can plug in like an MP3 player. And the last con kind of bugs me a little bit. You have illuminated lights on the buttons, which are awesome. You need that when it's dark out. You're going to be out there partying at night. You're going to be camping, what have you. You're going to want to be able to see what the hell you're doing with these illuminated lights. But why the hell did they not illuminate the Soundcore pause button and the plus and minus for volume? That's the only button that is not lit up, and it drives me crazy. Number one, it would really look cool with their logo lit up. And number two, it'd be useful so you're not like feeling around and not knowing what you're doing. Other than that, would Brannon recommend you guys the new Soundcore Motion Boom Plus? Yeah, I think so. Now, even though I am not sponsored or endorsed through Soundcore, they merely send me out the products and I do you guys the reviews, which I love. Soundcore products. I mean, I have got a lot under my belt. They are a reputable company and I have no problems recommending them to you. Now, as far as the retail goes, there are two prices that you can pick up one of these boom boxes from. You can either go with the direct Soundcore link or an affiliate Amazon link that I will be providing you down in my description below. Yes, I get a kickback. It's not huge, but hey, it helps out the channel and me make you guys these reviews. Now, as far as the Soundcore link, they are completely sold out. So yeah, these things are going like hotcakes, okay? On Amazon, they retail for $179.99. There's no coupons. There are no breaks right now, but it's not saying that Amazon won't in the future put up some discount codes for you guys. So yes, $180 for the system. If you guys can get your hands on one, I highly recommend it. All right, that's gonna do it for today's review. Man, that's gonna wrap up this weekend for me. Holy crap, back to work Monday. Can't wait. But hey, if you guys have any questions on today's review, or if you have any questions on any of my reviews, don't hesitate, drop me a comment down below, and I will most certainly try to get back to you as soon as possible. Now, before you get out of here, you know the drill. We're gonna open a fortune cookie, and yes, this one is also broken, like the last one. I don't get it. These things are fragile. But yeah, we won't have to split this one open. We're just gonna peel it out of here and see. Oh man, it is falling apart. A crab wonton a day keeps the doctor away. Kind of lame. Oh well. I've read better. Now, if you guys have hung out with me this long in the review, well, you're either family, which you kind of are, or yeah, there's something definitely wrong with you. But hey, we don't judge at this table. You can be whoever you want to be. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out the door to catch me in my next video.